Hello, everybody. Today we will be covering one of my favorite people to cover. Do forgive me because I am working on a new PC. I don't currently have a way to edit my videos, so I will just be straight reacting to this guy. This is Nuxtaku, the great almighty Nux. He is by far one of my favorite people that covers news these days. He's very fun. He has a nice energetic way about him. He's probably my favorite Jew. Yeah, maybe besides Jesus. I forgot about Jesus for a second there. Jesus Christ is my one Lord, my one Savior. But Nuxtaku, Mr. Nux, close second. Not close even a little bit, but he's up there at number 2. So let's go check out my favorite earthly Jew. I don't have
Donald J. Trump and Kash Patel just announced Operation Summer Heat. There are riots everywhere. I'm going to show you deep in the trenches of Chiraq today. Chicago-Iraq combo, which is currently taking over. It's kind of crazy. So we're going to be looking at that. We got people, killers getting released from jails. Again, obviously, no one's surprised. But the Don Cash combo's insane. They did an emergency press conference where they got together and they decided to announce that, yes, we are slapping our meat all over the table. And
so I have been kind of critical of Cash in my personal life ever since, like, I heard some stuff, but I haven't actually done any fact-checking up on Kash Patel since the Joe Rogan podcast he did a long time ago. So it's been quite a while. Speaking of Joe Rogan totally turned on Trump. It was super weird. But maybe we'll bring that up since we're talking about Kash Patel. But Kash Patel does a lot of stuff, apparently. He's like some kind of Minister of Defense or like the CIA or something. He's like the head of something. And he goes out and talks about everything publicly since Donald Trump was elected, because he's like under the Trump administration. So he seems pretty interesting. For the most part, I seem to have liked him, but stuff I hear about him is really negative. I don't even really remember what I've heard about him. I have a lot of leftists in my life, and I have a lot of fake news going around in my brain, so I don't want to say anything like, oh, well, he was called like Hitler, and he's enforcing the Gestapo wing, and all that crap, because that's what, like, my coworkers will talk about. But here I'll just listen to what apparently he's really been doing. Nux is such a good information guy. I love Nux's videos. Let's go.
yes, you will be forced to look at it. So I'm going to show you a clip from the press conference that shook the world, and then I'm going to show you the leftoids rioting in the streets, and then I'm going to show you people getting dragged to jail. It's pretty great. Honestly, we're moving in a positive direction. So let's see what's going on in America.
It's a 3-month span. You had 8,700 arrests of violent criminals. You had
8,700. 8,700 arrests. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I love arresting criminals.
2,200 firearms.
I voted for this.
Seized off the street.
Firearms seized are legal ones, I assume.
Streets permanently to safeguard our communities. You had 421 kilograms of fentanyl seized.
Oh my gosh, that's enough to kill like 1,000 people?
Just to put that in perspective, that's enough to kill 55 million Americans.
55 million!
Alone.
Damn.
You had 45,000 kilograms of cocaine seized, and thanks to our Department of Justice partners, you had 2,100 indictments in 3 months, from June to September.
How many Americans are there? How many Americans are there? There's 347 million, and they could have killed 55. That would have put us below 300 million.
Alone. Mr. President, that in and of itself would be historic for a 4-year presidency. Jeez. You did that in 7 months because you let good cops be cops, and you partnered us with the right people at the Department of Justice to put the handcuffs on and bring them to court and put them in prison. And if that weren't enough, when you look at the year, for the entire 7-month period that we're talking about here. If you look at the past 4 years of the Biden administration, 16,000, 17,000, 15,000,
God
15,000.
damn!
That's the number of arrests year over year of violent.
Yeah, Biden messed up, dude. Biden had absolutely nothing for us. He did nothing. Like, criminals were, like, out in the streets and women were getting raped on trails and, like, murdered. And these criminals were walking free, and they still are. Criminals are literally walking free without being arrested. Sorry, I messed up. I have my dog on my lap, and he's trying to sleep, and I'm getting excited.
Felons in this country for the Biden administration. Mr. President, in 7 months, you have 28,006.
That was how many?
That's the number of arrests. 16,000, 17,000, 15,000.
God
15,000.
damn!
That's the number of arrests year over year of violence. You have 28,600 arrests of violent felons in just 7 months alone.
This is insane, by the way.
Because of your leadership and the dedication of the men and women at the FBI who want to go out there and do the job they were prevented from doing because that department used to be weaponized and politicized. And this is what happens when you take out the fangs of weaponization. This number is historic by every metric. 28,000 people have been arrested, violent felons alone. And then when you go over there and look at some of these charts, if you don't mind, I'll just hop over here.
Dude, how insane is this?
For not just violent crime, but the homeland. Mr. President, during your administration, the FBI has found and located 5,400 children. That is a 30% increase year to date over the last administration. Violent crimes against children arrests alone are up 10%.
Bro.
Gang arrests are up 210% in the last 7 months alone. And transnational organized crime, which Stephen Miller has been a great partner in, is up over 12% alone. These numbers are historic just as a snapshot. But just so people don't think we're focusing on violent crime alone, the national security mission, Mr. President...
Well, we wouldn't want to be called racist, would we? We don't want to focus on violent crime because that would make us racist.
Your leadership has never been stronger.
Is that not insane? Is that not absolute insanity?
It is absolutely insane. Just look at that, dude. Like, just the numbers. Numbers prove everything if they're actually, like, not lying and they didn't change statistics. Because if you change the margins of what you're measuring, then yeah, the numbers are going to look different. But if these are, like, legit numbers, which they probably are because they're not liars, I would hope. Like, this is great. This is amazing news. That we have law enforcement that's actually doing their job.
Dude, I think that, I don't know, man. I think that's absolute insanity. I think that's absolute insanity. Holy crap. Holy moly. So this is a huge W, I think, and everyone that voted for him agrees. We should absolutely get rid of all of these retards immediately. And speaking of retards, let me introduce you to a new one. She is Kendra Briggs, a judge of nebulous ethnic background that is...
This is Big Balls, right? Yeah, Big Balls, who was almost murdered, right? Yeah, he was just jumped. He wasn't murdered. Luckily, he's okay. But they're avoiding the jails and sentencing them and trying to give them simple probation? That's awful. Dude, this guy was almost killed in the street because of some tweets.
Probably, and nebulous sex that is deciding to fall in.
Okay, to be real, this woman kind of looks like that guy. It's like the Iron Patriot or something. This woman looks like that guy, doesn't he? She, I assume. Like, the forehead is the same. Like, get rid of that toupee thing. And, like, put her in a suit. And she looks like the Iron Patriot or whatever. The Iron Warrior, whatever the Iron Man's black friend is.
To literally every single one of the stereotypes of these nebulous sex and ethnic background. So... you all remember, this is Big Balls. He was a member of Doge. He got they almost killed him. A couple of youths. Awful. This is where the meme started from. A couple of youths popped out of...
Youths mean people of ethnic background that happens to be from Africa, by the way. Southern Africa, low, like, on the plains of Africa, if you get what I'm saying.
nebulous ethnic background. They were black, and they beat the shit out of him to an inch of his life. He protected a random woman that was getting mugged, and they almost killed him. Thank God he's fine. Scarred, obviously. And those youths were arrested, obviously, because, they tried to kill an innocent man. Kendra Briggs, woke judge, activist extraordinaire, allowed the 2 youths who jumped big balls to avoid jail.
Oh, she did allow. She's the judge that allowed this. She just let them free.
Jail, and sentenced them to probation.
Here's how. Monitor 1, code. Monitor 2, level rune crafting. Before you know it, you'll have...
Stating her job is to rehabilitate and not punish.
That's so dumb.
So, it's not a policing problem anymore, nearly as much as...
Okay, jail is not for her rehabilitation. Maybe you could argue it should be. Maybe. Jail is a punishment. If you do something bad, you get punished. That's what jail is for. Sorry, my dog ran away because I'm getting too upset. Look at this. Look at this. This guy was almost killed. And instead of, wasting these people's lives who did this to him, because they almost wasted this kid's life. This kid could have died. He will have traumatic experience with this event. He will become a racist. If he wasn't already, he is now. And everyone who he meets will hear his story about how he was almost killed by black people and nothing was done to help him. You think that looks good on you? You think that looks good on the black community?
Is an actual government judge court problem. These people, she should lose her position immediately. This is attempted murder because I have...
She should lose her position. Okay, she shouldn't lose her position. She should be jailed for treason. She's taken the law, and she said, no, the law actually doesn't matter. I have something more important, which is my race. My race is more important than the law that I swore an oath to.
Eyes. All right, everyone with eyes knows that this is attempted murder. These people need to be out of society forever. It is
out of society forever works. Out of society forever works. I don't think he's talking about Kendra Briggs. I am. She's taken a stance that her race is more important than the law.
Absolutely insane and unreal that we need to put up with a society of people leaving this shit out. It is a war. It is a war. Nux, you're being hyperbolic. Well, I don't know. What do you do when one side lets criminals out of jail every time they get arrested?
Amen, brother. Amen.
And then on the other side, you have people that arrest criminals and keep them there. What is it? This is like actual zombie hordes that no matter how many times you take them down, they just get back up and keep walking. You can't get them off the streets for good because the activist judges will feel bad for them. They didn't do nothing and they'll put them back out there. No, it is absolute insanity. This bureaucracy is cancer and it needs to be destroyed. So, I want to make that clear. I want to make that very clear. But Nux, that sounds like very fascisty. I don't care what you call it.
I don't care what you call it either at this point. You killed the negotiator, dude. You killed Charlie Kirk. Who cares what you call us anymore because you already call us the worst things you can. Why not become worse? Oh, Jesus help us. Because there's no way that these guys can.
This shit needs to end immediately. Anyway, that's the Vance response. I don't give a shit, Karen. Nah, this is some zombie shit, for real, for real. Anyway, this is what Trump had to say about big balls getting out. And I'm really glad we have a president that's actually willing to put his big balls on the job, on the line, to actually talk about this. Because this is a actual self-preservation problem in our country.
It's not just our country, dude. White people make up 7% of the population of Earth. And we keep saying that the only people who need to be inclusive are the 7%. And they also happen to be the easiest people to just wipe out. Because not only are we really okay with letting these people in, letting them kill us, letting them attack us, letting them out of prison, not prosecuting them at all. We also just happen to have this genetic disposition to not exist. Like, if we have, like, sex with a black woman or a black man, our baby's not white anymore. Like, at all. Like, it's just not a white baby. Like, okay, just letting them in is already dwindling our population. There was a whole ad for this 20 years ago, 10 years ago, saying, oh, white people are going to go extinct. And they were like advertising, celebrating this, saying, oh, everyone's going to look like Mexicans. And that was back like 2015 or so, 10 years ago or so. Making up the date in my head because I don't remember, and it's probably taken down by now. But they were celebrating that white people are going to be gone. So no, it's not just a self-preservation thing for America. It's all white people.
All right, this is a rot in our nation, and it needs to be excised. All right, we got to chemo this shit. It's evil.
Violent crime, sir. Here in D.C., a judge has given the two teenagers that beat up ex-Doge staffer Big Balls probation.
That's incredible.
And no jail time. Is this justice?
Janine Pirro is doing a fantastic job, and she is beside herself because you have these radical left judges that they beat the hell out of this guy. And there was many people against this one guy who was really trying to protect his girlfriend. He didn't want his hooded over the door but they really beat him up badly. That's just how.
His girlfriend was there too, dude. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Like, almost dying because you tried to save the life of your girlfriend, and then they don't even, like, punish the people who almost killed you? What happened to his girlfriend? Is his girlfriend okay?
Happened, right? Yes. Wow, that's terrible. I think the judge should be ashamed of himself.
Please, Mr. President, only a female judge would do this. Are you joking?
It's a big problem.
Nux, I can't believe how sexist you are. Welcome to the channels.
Yeah, I can't believe how racist Beard is. I don't care, honestly. I'm not, like, super racist. I don't care what people say. I have claimed the title of racist because racist no longer means anything. I see statistical anomalies, and I point them out, and I don't care. I say that, like, hey, if you happen to want this genetic thing that exists to continue existing, you gotta do this. And if that's racist, so be it.
Subscribe!
Also, me and Trump are matching so well right now. Do you see this? Are you seeing this? Me and Trump are matching.
For more globules.
You know, they can do their job, and then they go into a court, and the people are protected by these, I don't know where they come from.
What is it, hate monger? A female. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. We know the problem. People are going to think I'm serious.
Nux obviously is not serious. This is obviously a joke. And so is this. So is everything I'm saying. Everything is a joke. Everything is a joke, obviously. But no, like, seriously, this is dangerous, dude. We're living in troubled times. I don't want white people to go extinct. I want some people to look like me in 100 years, you know? If 100 years comes and there's no white people left, who's gonna do all the inventing? Who's going to invent stuff?
I am serious.
These people
I am serious. I love Nux so much.
come from? Where did
But no, it's not women that are the problem alone. It's not women that are the problem. The women back up the men who are the problem. So the men do the things that are problematic, and the women say, yes, do those things, and I will protect you no matter what. It's a real reverse of, like, what we should be doing, which is men doing good things and women backing them up. Of course, there are women who do horrible things too, but it's not the majority of what happens. Because obviously men are more properly available and capable of doing the things that are honestly horrific. Because, like, a man can very easily punch a window and break it. A woman probably needs a ring and 10 or 12 punches, realistically. If, you're a man and you walk out on the street, you can take out 20 to 50% of the people on the street. If you're a woman, you only are able to take out other women. And once a man steps in to stop you, you're done. That's just the statistical reality. That's the natural reality. That's the biological reality. But women become a problem because they enforce it. They say it's okay. See, we used to have women say, no, don't do that, every single time a fight broke out. Now we have women saying, okay, you can leave, and there's not even going to be a fine for doing it when they're judges. And they should be arresting them and putting them in jail for a lifetime.
The judges come from. I want to compliment on behalf of Pam and Todd and all of us because, Cash, I think that Janine has done a fantastic job. And the case I heard was like flawless. It's a flawless case. They have them on tape. They have everything.
That's the crazy, but they literally had everything.
See, they don't need you to, back them up. They just say, yeah, there's proof. There's evidence. It exists. We know they did it. But there's this interesting thing you can do where you say, hey, I know he did it, but does he really deserve to be prosecuted? And you can answer yes to the first one and no to the second one. And despite the fact that it's against the law to do that, and if you're on the jury and you say that, they have a legal obligation to kick you off, the judge can just say it for free.
See, if this is an instance where you can't put these people in jail, I don't know what is. And then you see these absolute freaks on Twitter saying, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. They're mentally ill. They're mentally ill. They shouldn't go to jail just for being mentally ill. Yeah, fuck, they should. We want them killing more people because they're mentally ill?
Yeah, we used to put mentally ill people in this place where they were, alone with other mentally ill people. And there were jobs where you went in to see these mentally ill people and made sure they behaved. This was a whole thing. Now we let mentally ill people out on the street. And it started with the gays. I'm sorry, it did. We said, well, gay isn't something that needs to be cured. And retards shouldn't be called retards. They're actually special education. Before retards, they were called stupid. Before stupid, they were called dunce. But now, retard is the worst word you can use. Dunce is just a weird word. And fucking stupid is just something you call someone who's lackluster in intelligence. It's such a strange world we live in. It's so weird. But yeah, you can't just put people away for being mentally unstable, despite the fact that that's common sense that you probably should do that.
So you keep letting them out of absolute, put them in the hole. Put them in the hole.
And then a judge gives them a little probation. These are rough guys, and they're young. And if that happens, they're going to grow up. They're going to be real bad. They're going to cause a lot of problems. Yeah.
See, nobody denounces these guys. See, this is so annoying about the whole denouncing thing. Is, hey, can you denounce these guys who joked about being Nazis? Hey, can you denounce this guy who killed Charlie Kirk? Hey, can you denounce this guy? Hey, can you denounce this guy? We're expecting everybody to denounce people. Even random people on Twitter. We're expecting them to denounce people. And then some people actually go along with it and say, I denounce these people for doing this. It's stupid. It's a stupid game. It's a stupid game. And we have to stop playing it. It's not about denouncing them. When someone's murdered and you say you support it, you deserve to be in jail. That's a terroristic threat. That's a terroristic ideology. That's bad. Don't do that. When you say, oh, I think that someone joking about gas chambers and clearly not actually meaning it, and even threatening people who actually voted for them, which obviously they weren't actually meaning that. These people aren't fucking actually Hitler, despite the fact that you've been calling them that for 10 plus years. They're not. They're joking. It's not that big of a deal. And they're young, like me. You know, people make mistakes when they're young. People make dumb jokes. You have to be allowed to make jokes, or else the world becomes a darker place where nobody's funny.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm really glad that Trump is, like, actually, you know, doubling down. There's no, like, oh, that's the judge's decision. No, absolutely not. I think the right in America really came to a rude awakening where it turns out the other side wants us dead.
Yeah, the other side wants you dead. Is that really that hard to see? Do we need Nuxtaku to tell us that? Do we need Lord Nuxanor to say that? I feel like we should all just know it by now. We should be tired of it. We should be tired of the death threats. We should be tired of living every day with an axe above our head, waiting for it to fall.
And they will do anything in their power to kill us. Aside from, you know.
I kind of agree about the waiting for it to be her responsibility to do that. I think, obviously, if you are letting criminals go because of their race, because of their ideology, because of who they are, you shouldn't be a judge. Like, how many times do you have to let obviously, like, guilty criminals, how many times do you have to let them go before we say, hey, you're not doing your job, get out?
Pull the actual trigger themselves. They're too much of a pussy. They just try to get the mentally unhinged trans-tifa retards to pull the trigger. You know, by, you know, inciting violence. They'll call you they'll slander you. Then they'll try to jail you. Then they'll try to kill you. Then they'll celebrate your death. We're here. We're at that stage. And really, people have to understand that these people are an enemy to the good people of America. When they'll take people that are just gonna straight up go around and beat the shit out of people and put them out of jails, they are an enemy of the nation. I think people are finally waking up to this fact. And
no exaggeration. There is no exaggeration when he says that. I would not exaggerate saying that. Very well put, Nux. Very well put. I'm glad you and I are together on this. It's like the Jaden thing he did. It's funny.
And this train is not stopping. It is absolutely not stopping. People don't understand the sleeping giant that they've awoken. There's no more both sides. There's no more bullshit. There's us not wanting to get murdered by you. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. A common atheist...
Don't raise dragons right off the bat.
Oh,
For new
on,
players, at the start of the game, don't rush to raise...
Perspective. Is... Do you really need God to tell you the 10 Commandments? Like,
yes.
Thou shalt not murder? That's pretty basic. You need God to tell you that?
Yes.
If you need God to tell you that, thou shalt not murder.
You also need God to tell you to love your neighbor and to give to the poor and to do all this other stuff and to give alms and to do all this other stuff and not be a homosexual and to not spread disease and to not, genocide and to not, kill your brother. Yeah, you need all of this. You need God to tell you not to commit incest. You need God to tell you not to enslave people. Yeah, you do.
Then that's a you problem. This is like the classic gaytheist talking point.
If it's a me problem, it's a me problem. However, history seems to say it's not a me problem.
The evidence is you need God. Because these lefties didn't get the fucking memo.
No, they did not get the memo. I'm so glad me and Nux are together on this. Me and Nux, we're like the dangerous duo. I'm sorry. I just love his Jaden animation thing. One of the reasons why my VTuber is so white, actually, is because of the fact I started out as an animation kind of channel, where my first video was of me being like a little white animation character, and I slowly upgraded my model until I'm basically here, and now me and Nux are kind of like very similar colors. He's much more blue than I am, now that I'm like really looking at it. See, I'm like very much bluer than I am. I thought he was white, but yeah, he is blue. He always says he is, so I mean, I guess he's right. He is blue.
So anyway, moving on, this is something that's pretty insane that's been happening in society. So, New York City Antifa member Talia Jane Benora was at the Jan 6 in a MAGA costume. She was never charged with any crime that day. Very suspicious. So people are starting...
Oh! So this leftist was one of the violent people of January 6th? Oh, who could have seen this coming? Who could have seen this coming? Was she arrested with all those Proud Boys? Who were peaceful? Who were arrested? Who were thrown in jail for months? Years? Was she arrested?
To realize that this is a Antifa member, a terrorist.
This Antifa, anti-fascist member, was in on the insurrection, so quote, air quote, of the United States. Was she arrested? Was she thrown in maximum security prisons like the Jan 6ers?
As designated by the United States of America's government and president. So this is a Antifa terrorist, and you will notice this is her, Jan 6, in a Trump hat, not arrested.
Okay, that's really hard to tell if that's actually her, but if there's proof that's her, throw her in a maximum security prison. Do it. Watch the left fucking explode. They will go off saying, "Oh, freedom is dead," as we do exactly the same thing they did to us.
It's almost like the January 6th quote-unquote riot insurrection was caused by the 274 FBA agents and Antifa terrorists in the...
FBA agents? It's okay. I mess up in my videos too, Nux. It's okay. It's okay. Listen to this 800 plus subscriber channel. You're fine. I mess up too. But yeah, it was. It was not Republicans in the crowd that caused any of the problems that happened.
Proud. Very suspicious that the one violent riot that happened on the right was literally instigated. Or potentially, allegedly, maybe, possibly.
And it wasn't on the right. It was not a violence on the right. It wasn't. Because the people on the right actually didn't do anything wrong. They just showed up.
Pretty weird how that keeps happening.
They were literally allowed in and led by a police officer to walk them through.
Pretty freaking weird. Pretty odd, if I do say so myself. Now, Antifa and Portland are out here with laser pointers.
Portland is the place who's overtaken by Muslims, right?
Trying to shine lasers to take down ICE helicopters. And now...
I did hear about this. I heard about this story. This is actually like rule number 1 when given a laser pointer is don't shine it at aircraft because you will be committing a very, very heinous crime.
Hospital helicopters can't fly through Portland because these people are terrorists. Right? You know, it's your classic bullshit. Your classic bullshit, you get it every day.
It's a really bad way to show that they were pointing it at like an airplane because it looks like they were just shining it in the road, but I could definitely see that being an angle which could eventually hit a plane. I understand what they might have been doing, but that looked like they were just pointing it down the road to me.
Now, this is an Antifa terrorist named Seth Sinclair, who, let's just say, faced a little bit of FAFO.
That was uncalled for! That was uncalled for! No reason to push it like that! That was
So who's the terrorists again? Is it the people who are wearing like bomb vests? That looks like a bomb vest to me. I'm so confused. Are they wearing masks? Is that a mask they're wearing? Why don't they take off their mask? Are they doing something evil? I thought only people who had something to hide were wearing masks. That's weird.
What do you need? We're here. What do you need?
Yeah, obviously there is very little patience given to these creatures anymore.
Good. Like, if you're standing in front of an ICE facility, while there's a violent riot going on, and you're trying to push back the military line, you should be acting as if they're going to shoot you.
Turns out we can actually just do things. I know, it's pretty insane.
He was only knocked out. He wasn't even shot.
So this is, I think, a very telling clip. I actually love this clip personally because I think it tells you exactly what's going on in society. As you can
see, that's a military.
See, here's ICE on one side, and then you get the rioters on the other side. And this clip is going super viral on leftoid Twitter. And this is amazing because leftoid Twitter is not happy with this clip. Dude throws a smoke bomb, tear gas, or whatever the fuck.
These guys aggravated rioters.
And the leftoids, they start running.
The military is meant to stop rioters.
All right, get ready.
Get back!
Get ready for really pissed them off. For the record, I think we have to start like actually arresting terrorists a lot. Actually,
like all these people are still here, need to be detained and questioned. I want to show up to these just to actually ask good questions, but at the same time, I know that if I'm in a big crowd of people that are causing violence, then I'll eventually be attacked. Whether it be by the ICE, which is the least likely outcome, because right now they're literally just standing off and waiting for the people to do something stupid. Or, what is much more likely, by Antifa themselves.
Where is she at? I don't know.
Oh, look at me and Nux. Same pose. Hit that pose. Yeah! Oh, that's so cool.
I mean, they're blocking your road, right? They should all go to jail. What are we even talking about?
Is that guy carrying a baby? Why did you bring a baby to a riot?
Yeah. Not going well. Not going well. Now, you might not have noticed it. With absolutely zero regard for safety, ICE escalation in Chicago leaves baby in harm's way. Trump's America. These goons are seeking escalation. You probably didn't notice it, but there was a baby here somewhere, and Trump's goons put a baby in harm's way. You brought up...
I don't think Antifa is Trump's goons. Antifa brought a baby to a riot, and they're blaming it on Trump? I thought Antifa was the left.
Baby to a fucking riot fighting with ICE agents? Like, dude, this is literally Hamas human shields tactics.
How else do you define that?
Are we fucking kidding me? Like, it's insane that people believe this and buy this even a little bit. Like, you brought a baby to a riot. The parents need it immediately. Like, dude, you take that child away from their parents.
Yeah, CPS has a existent reason. CPS exists for a reason, dude.
This is complete insanity. Complete and utter insanity, dude. Now, a lot of people started noticing society is getting a little bit hairy. So, first I wanted to show you this new BLM clip. So, Black Lives Matter, obviously.
Oh, and now I get an advertisement for some fucking Mazda MMO game that I want to watch.
Very upset at what's going on over here, but just want to hear your opinion. Before we turn to Black Lives Matter, I need to know. I'm just giving you the rundown on everything going on in America.
I will give
and it's going to be great.
Warrant for robbery. Turn around.
Guy has a warrant for robbery. Put him in jail.
Turn around. I'm not. Turn around.
He's not complying. Attack him.
No fucking robbery.
All right, you're arrested. We have a warrant for robbery to arrest you.
Yes, you do. I don't got no fucking robbery, man. Turn around.
He's getting violent. Attack him.
I
ain't robbed nobody, dude. No.
He's going to run. Tase him.
Bro, just literally, just comply. Just fucking comply.
If you're innocent, stop. Comply.
Send us some other car.
He pulled up his pants. You should have tased him before he had a chance to pull out a gun. He's clearly threatening you.
Don't fight with us. Get the fuck away from me, dude! Don't fight with us. Get the fuck away!
See, like, this should have been pulled out by the first time he had his hands in his pants. Like, the first time he put his hands anywhere near his pants, he should have had whatever this is up. I don't care if this is a gun. It's not a gun. Looks like a taser. If they used a gun here, it would have been worth it.
Taser, 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 now! Get on the ground now!
And they shocked him like Hassan shocks his dog. Now, this was a man of questionable ethnic background. He might have been a very dark-skinned white person. I personally did not do a DNA test. I personally don't know. He got the Hassan dog treatment there. It was not a good day. But he didn't do nothing. Black Lives Matter is saying, how dare you tase a man?
He's clearly a white Republican. Why would Black Lives Matter care?
Just like that. No, actually, you do fucking tase a man just like that, actually. No, actually.
It should have happened earlier.
Actually, you absolutely definitely do that because they have a warrant for his arrest for robbery. He refused to go in. You fucking blast him. Obviously, you don't kill him.
Blast him. If you accidentally kill him, that's awful. You should probably not be a police officer if you accidentally kill him. However, if he ends up with a bullet in his foot because he was, resisting arrest, oops.
You tase him, you bring him in. We'll see if he didn't do nothing or if maybe he did. Again, I am very into this whole law and order part of society. God, tasers are amazing. Don't use them on your pets, though. That's specifically for...
Yeah, don't use them on your pets or your children. Use them on criminals.
Hamas terrorists and leftists. Now,
that's what I said.
Interestingly enough, speaking of the way society's been going, here is a woman who's absolutely livid at this state of the world.
What the hell am I holding?
Oh my god. There are aisles of Walmart that are literally blocked off.
Do you see this, America? Or
why are they blocked off? Okay, sorry, I'm not a criminal, so I don't know why someone would block these off. Why are they blocked off?
I mean, actually, Europe, if you're not in America.
Oh my god, they're literally blocking off areas of Walmart that you need special employee escorts to get to. You need...
Oh. I get it. You need an employee escort to get in there. They need to watch you when you're in there because crime is so high that you actually have to have someone there with you to go in because they're stealing so much.
Escorts! I wonder why.
I wonder why.
It's called a low trust society, and you voted for it. How do you know she voted for that? Statistics, my friend. Statistics. Let me tell you about stats. Per capita, it's women. All right, that's the stats. All right, I'm glad we were able to come to the conclusion. Per capita, women. All right, we're glad we're on the same page. Good. So yeah. Anyway, she voted.
I love Nux so much, dude.
For this, you voted for this. Yep. All of the soft on crime, the over.
Look at the haircut. That's a wolf cut. Yep. 100% of wolf cuts voted Democrat.
That is a statistically woman problem. All right, I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm just literally saying the fact. AOC, Congresswoman, said stealing is not really wrong.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Are you surprised?
That's where we're at.
I'm not surprised. You're surprised. Her mom took Tylenol and then she voted for this. And now she's wondering why she lives in a society like
her mom took Tylenol. Now she's here.
Like this. Now, she's not racist. But, anyway, let's move on. So,
she's not racist, but she is a victim.
Shirley is a reporter.
She is an idiot. Oh, Nick Shirley. I love this guy. I've seen a couple of his his speeches.
That decided to go to Chicago, Chirac as they call it. And apparently shit gets really crazy in Chirac because it got absolutely diabolical over there. He went to start talking.
Should I open up a Patreon and then like if I get like $1,000, I'll go to whatever city is the most violent at the time, and then like give like a report of like what people think around there? Should I do it?
About start actually talking to people protesting ICE agents. We're getting an inside scoop on all of it. Let's see what this is all about. We gotta understand what's happening to America, because Operation Midnight Heat is taking effect, and I'm excited to actually see criminals go away. What's Chirac? That's Chicago, but it's controlled by retards. Retard Chicago is Chirac. A nickname like Chirac is earned, not assigned. Okay, now. The thing about Chirac that's very important for all of you to be aware of is that we don't have to live like this. The reason why we are living like this is because of the leftoids. You have to understand. It's because of the overly empathetic, hyper-feminized society of judges that'll keep letting people out and people telling you, how dare you be racist? And then crimes just aren't actually...
I literally have nothing to add to that. He's so beautifully well-spoken. He's so beautifully well-spoken. I swear he has to have these things like written out to how well he speaks them. Because I can't speak that well. Like, look at this guy. He's just going off. Like, it is Chirac. It is Chicaragua, Chicago, Nicaragua. I don't know what's wrong with Nicaragua, but when I think of bad places, Nicaragua comes up.
Enforced, and punishments aren't actually enforced nearly as close as they should be, because realistically I'm a big fan of let's just say biblical law and order.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd love biblical law and order. I mean, me and him disagree on what the Bible includes because he's Jewish, but I'm Christian and I'd love to see Nux saved, honestly. That'd be like my #1 goal if I was like a big fan of Nux. I am a big fan of Nux. I would love to see Nux saved.
And this would not happen if we actually followed basic law and order tenets. I personally believe in judging every person based on their merit, not based on the color of their skin.
Amen, dude.
So that means if they are of a minority, they should be held to the absolute utmost accountability.
Martin Luther King would hate black people today. Sorry, I brought race back.
And fuck you.
And fuck you.
We on the same page? That's the stance of the
Nux are on the same page.
Channel.
Alright, we're gonna go make an arrest right now. They have a guy right here. Here we go.
This is back when he was with ICE. Okay.
Alright, fucking Nazis. Oh my god, it's just like that one guy in my chat that I'm about to ban who keeps calling me a Nazi and a fascist. That's crazy.
It's just like that one guy in the chat I'm about to ban who keeps calling me a fascist and a Nazi. Me, Nuxtaku, whose grandfather was in the concentration camps.
Are you worried about being deported now? It's been a while.
Oh no!
Oh my god, I want to be a reporter so bad. I would ask so many of those kinds of questions. Yes! Yes! Are you worried about being deported? He said to the man's face.
Bro, there's no way he's gonna be a fucking journalist over there. Are you worried about being deported? Oh! Oh! Yes, he was.
A few weeks here in America, and now I'm in Chicago. It already erupted last week, and the eruption continues. Right now, I'm outside of an ICE detention facility center. Just the other day, ICE had to shoot at one of the protesters because they were armed as well, and their life was at threat. They barricaded a car.
Oh my god! They actually threatened his life, dude. It's insane that we're living like this. It really is. It is insane that we're living like this. Dude, you don't understand. You don't understand. I'm a retard on the internet, okay? I have the right of freedom of speech.
Yo, hit me up, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. It's about 50 minutes already, so I mean, this is a pretty decent sized video for me. Tell me if I should go ahead and talk about this guy's videos. What was his name again?
about stats. So that is one the Relical Crazy go to Chicago.
Nick
Chirac.
Shirley. If you guys want me to react to some of Nick Shirley's stuff, go ahead and drop a comment. I would love to see some of his content by itself. I don't want to spoil it by watching Nux watch it. But if I should go ahead and watch some of Nick Shirley's stuff just off the bat, instead of just seeing him like talking to like presidents and stuff, go ahead and leave a comment about that. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have a blessed day.